Hello everyone. Is it spooky just to have me back by myself? Not doing anything with the friends, not an interview, just hanging out with you guys? It's gonna be pretty fun though, I'm excited. How's it going, everyone? I hope that everyone is doing fantastic. It's been a while since it's just been us. I've had a lot going on with, having a new baby and also just in general doing the interviews. I want to get a little bigger here. Doing the interviews, doing everything. It's been a bit since we just got to be alone together, and we're gonna be finding a new best girl. Today we're doing the Cooking Club, a game that Ravena brought up when we were doing her interview, and I've been excited to play it. I downloaded it a bit ago when she told me about it, and I just have not been back on a regular, not interview, not collab stream since we had baby. But it's been a minute. That has been wild. Just us. Oh my, that is true. It is just us. You gotta go now. Saru, come back. You can blame it all on me. But yes, you're hello. I see the redeems there. Hello. I'm pretty excited just to be back, though. It is feeling good. This another Gunnar game. I don't know what you're talking about. It is going to be another visual novel, though. I will admit that I do not think it is going to go as far as the last one that we watched. You watched, I played. But I am pretty pumped to look into it. From everything I see, the studio that made it is pretty awesome. They're super nice. They interact a lot on Twitter, and I'm excited. Indie devs are pretty awesome, so I think that's cool. It's not cooking with breast milk. Not this time. I don't believe. I'm not like nothing would surprise me at this point, but I do not believe so. Pumped like breast milk. You can pump plenty of things, RM. If that's where your mind went, I'm sorry. We actually with the baby and everything, we've sort of had to figure that out, because at first, like, we tried to start getting the pumping going when the baby was super tiny, but this kid is ravenous, and so there hasn't been a chance for pumping with how much baby has been eating lately. But that's good. That means she's growing and she's getting big and strong, and that's exciting. Also, I learned that I can make myself lean. I was messing around with things, and I learned that I can make myself go wah, 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 wah. And I don't know what use that will have, but I learned that I could do it, and I'm kind of excited about it. Let's see, how long has stream been going? I have a story I want to tell you, but I don't want to start it off a little too hard. Oh, I mean, it's been 9 minutes. Streaking in chat, hell yeah, 10 stream streak. Look at you, RM. You are absolutely a friendo. I appreciate that. I'm excited, though. Getting back into it and leaning on some of the more chat interaction. Because I know, you guys tell me I feel bad. I try to do my best to pay attention to chat while we're doing the interviews. But also, the spotlight is on the person I'm interviewing. I'm debating on how to run that. Is it better not to do them live? And then I don't feel like I'm ignoring everybody. But, I don't know. I enjoy the live feel of it because there is playing off of chat and questions being asked in chat that do help things go along. But I'm also I get so focused in on I'm interviewing this person and I'm listening to what they're saying and I don't want to interrupt them and all of that. So I'm trying to balance it. I talked about it being a horseshoe of, I started out not looking at chat because I was splitting my focus. There's a Citadel. And then it went to where I was interacting with chat more as I got more comfortable doing that and the interview. And then it looped back around to not interacting with chat because the interviews were going so well and things were going, like, flowing. Hello, Ducky VT. Nice to see you. I saw that you subbed right before stream went live. If I am not mistaken, you are heavily connected to the game we are about to be playing, so very nice to see you in here. I think I recognize you from Raven's chat. But I think it's long enough into the stream. My wife is very particular about the type of pants she wears. It has to feel right. It has to be cuffed just right. Um, and the pants that she has are about 6 years old, and I'm trying to like scroll, and I'm just getting big on you guys. You plead the fifth. That's fine. That's fine. OMG, hi Noodle. But I was like, all right, we're going to take you. We need to figure out we have no idea where these pants came from. I think they used to be mine, but it has been so long that I forgot they were mine, because she was like, I didn't buy them. And I'm like, I have no idea where the fuck those pants came from. But she wears them all the time. And they were from Dick's Sporting Goods. And good night, bye, Noodle. But we went and we're looking around, and we don't go to Dick's Sporting Goods all that much. I'm a VTuber. I don't need sporting gear all that often. But we had to go to an unfamiliar part of town to get there. And so we're driving, and we're like, hey, kiddos, if you see where we're going, let us know so we don't miss the entrance. And they're like, okay. And my sweet little innocent children sometimes do the funniest things, because they see the sign, and my daughter just screamed, Dicks! And then in the back, they're just like, Dicks, 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 Dicks. And I'm just trying not to laugh, trying not to crash the car. Just like, they don't know, but me and my wife are just trying to keep our shit together as the kids are just chanting, Dicks, 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 as we're pulling into the store. And I was like, you guys can't do that once we're in the store. Chill out. But it is just, it is so hard when you have kids that are accidentally some of the funniest fucking people you've ever met. Things with Baby are good. I know that we wanna get into the game, but things are going great with Baby. She's super nice. My little monkey is doing great. She's super happy, super nice. I wish I could sleep in my bed, but she does not like the bassinet, and the bed, and the most comfortable and safe place we have found is still cottaging it in the living room. So eventually I'll get back to my bed, but not today. But today we are going to go ahead and jump over to the game, because I really want to get into it. I've also, while I've been talking, I've just been listening to the opening soundtrack, and it is absolutely bopping. Let me know if the music is at a good rate for you guys, but here we are, The Cooking Club, the slice of life visual novel that packs the heat. Very excited, very excited. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Before we wow. First thing, can't read. I'm a VTuber, it's what we do. Reading is not one of our specialties. Before we begin, press space or enter to progress the game forward. Give it a try now. Nice job and welcome to The Cooking Club. As a minor disclaimer, we are still kicking some of these bugs and script spelling mistakes in the butt, so if you spot any, let us know. The Cooking Club is also a fully voice-acted visual novel. Did you know that? If you're streaming and want to voice the game yourself, simply turn the sound dial down in your menu. We know it should be the voice one, but it doesn't work. Interesting. So want to voice act yourself? Simply turn it all the way down. Just remember that if you do that, there won't be sound effects. It's a very double-edged sword, and it's taken us nearly 4 months to even get close to fixing this problem. That's rough. See, but also, that shows that you guys really enjoy this, and that you're working hard on the game. I love little things like this. It's always fun to play, like, the big games, but I say that as somebody who doesn't, because I don't like most of them. So I'm excited to see where we go with this. Also ensure the music volume is set to the halfway point. Just trust us. Interesting. Especially if you like being able to hear things. We'll have to check that out. Oh, also make sure to full screen too. Wait. You are streaming or recording, aren't you? I can feel it in the code. Hi, chat. Or, here, let me put my wings down so you guys can actually see. Whoop. Or, if it's YouTube, hi, YouTube. Or, if it's both, hi, ChatTube. ChatTube-kun? What? Think I'm bluffing? You're streaming on OBS Studio, right? That is correct. At least I hope you are. Maybe it's just an app you have open but aren't using. Hold on. I've got something for you. Check your desktop real quick. Go on. I'll wait. That's the screen you see when your PC loads. If it's not there, you should probably check the game's files. Let's look into the game's files. Alright, what next, oh voice from the abyss? You know how to do that, right? You probably played Doki Doki. Go have a look. Alright, there is openme.txt. Let's see. Let's pull this up. It says, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyways because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little. I love that. I love that. That is nice. That is nice. B movie script. Let's go. Good on you. Good on you. I hope this lasts through the movie. Scuff? Oh no, what scuff? But no, I appreciate it. Get pranked. Get pranked, nerd. Hope you like the B movie. Anyway. Just a silly trick. I promise I'm not actually haunting your PC. Yet. Oh, the game dialogue. I love it. I love it. It's great. Before we begin, what's your name? So, who are you? 12 character limit. What do we go with? What name are we going with today? We could be Nero, Sariel, Nero. It'll all fit, maybe? If I put it together, if I put Rizzler, alright, that wins. We will go Rizzler. Anyways, shall we get this show on the road? You don't have to say anyways. You don't have a say anyways. Alright, the prologue, let's go. Mr. K. Okay, Rizzler, I know you're worried. Worried? What? Who said... I'm not. Your grades, Rizzler, they haven't been the best, have they? Well, I guess. Your gaze drifts toward a nearby window, eyes lingering on the corridor beyond as if it might offer an escape. Your attendance hasn't exactly been stellar either, has it? I have a valid reason for that, I swear. You flail your hands a little as you speak, huffing as you struggle to piece together what's quickly becoming a very unconvincing excuse. Real. So does every other kid that walks through my doors, Rizzler, and every single time it's always a pretty lame excuse. I mean, your report card. Do I really have to quote it here? You told Miss Suzuri that you were 40 minutes late to your first period because... Mr. K looks dumbfounded as he looks down at the report card, simply at a loss for words before his eyes finally meet yours again. Rizzler. Really? What? I was being honest. Because Windows updated my laptop alarm clock for 47 minutes straight. Really? It's not my fault. Microsoft just decided I needed a life update, I guess. You give a half smile, but Mr. K doesn't return it. He pinches the bridge of his nose like he's heard every excuse in the book and maybe even written a few of them himself. You know, Rizzler, if there was a prize for creativity, you'd be top of the class. So, A+ then? Don't push your luck. Mr. K sighs, setting the report card down on his desk with a soft thump. His eyes linger on it for a moment longer before shifting back to you. Look, I'm not here to roast you. The truth is, this is your final year. These grades, your attendance, whether you like it or not, they're going to matter more than excuses about alarms and updates. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw personal knowledge out there. Bull. No, it won't. No one cares. Never once in my adult life has anyone given two shits about any of my grades in school. Just finish. When you go to your doctor and you see his diploma up on the wall, are you like, all right, but what grade did you get? You're like, oh, well, shit, he passed and he's in control here, so whatever. It's fine. Also, I'm not a life coach. Don't listen to me. Yeah, I know. And I'm not saying you're doomed. Not yet. But if you keep going like this, well, I don't want you looking back with regrets. He leans back in his chair, folding his arms as though weighing his next words carefully. So here's what we're going to do. I think it'd be best if we start with a little orientation quiz. A quiz? Seriously? Don't worry, it's not math or science. Think of it as a way for me to learn more about you, your strengths, your weaknesses, how you think. If I know more about how your brain ticks, maybe I can help steer you onto a path that makes sense for you. Sounds like a trap. If it is, it's the friendliest trap you'll ever be caught in. Besides, it might even help you figure a few things out about yourself. He slides a slim folder across the desk towards you. Its cover is stamped in bold black letters, Orientation Quiz. Take it seriously, Rizzler. You might be surprised where it leads. Do I at least get partial credit if Windows tries to update me halfway through? If Windows shows up in your answers, I'm sending your results straight to Microsoft Tech Support. Hi, waifu. How's it going? Also, yes, before I forget, Cynical made some awesome emotes that you can use in chat now and rain them down on me, and I'm very excited because they're all super cool. So I want to see all of the new emotes being used whenever it's appropriate or inappropriate. Seriously, just throw those emotes in chat because they're beautiful and I'd love to see them more. Thank you, waifu. Always up to the task. Great mod. I love ya. Despite the stern look on his face, you couldn't help but notice there was a trace of humor buried underneath Mr. K's words. Maybe it was the way his lips twitched, like he was fighting back a grin, or maybe it was just the fact that he even entertained your excuse instead of throwing it straight into detention, or throwing you straight into detention. Mr. K seems like a good guy. The guy might have been through what people politely call a midlife crisis. His tired eyes and ever-present coffee mug hinted as much, but at least he still knew how to crack a joke. Now, you don't have to do this at home or in your own time. If you'd rather, we can sit here and get it done right now. No distractions, no excuses, no Windows updates. You're really not letting that go, are you? Not a chance. I'm framing that story for the staff lounge later. He leans back slightly in his chair, folding his arms as if he's already settled in for the long haul. So what'll it be, Rizzler? You want to get this orientation quiz over with, here and now? You glance at the folder again. The bold black letters in the cover almost feel like they're staring you down. Maybe it was better to rip the bandage off quickly. Fine, let's do it. Right here, right now. Good choice. Don't overthink it. Just be honest with your answers. You might learn something about yourself, too. You open the folder, pen in hand. The first question stares back at you like a challenge waiting to be faced. Is it even legal for them to test your orientation? And so, the quiz begins. Alright, what's your favorite flavor? Salty, sweet, savory, sour. I can vibe with anything. I don't like food in general. I really like sour stuff. I am a sour connoisseur, and I think it is wonderful. So we're going to go with sour. Do you like competition? Of course. I love getting better and better. Not really. I enjoy the thrill of participating in something bigger than myself. No, I want to focus on the quality of the time I spend on whatever I'm competing in. Very. I can't stand when someone surpasses me. I don't care for competitions unless it actually benefits me to win. I live for the excitement of being better than others. This feels very personal. This feels very personal. What's up? What's up, Yuri? What's up? We're going to be interviewing Yuri. I'm probably saying your name wrong, but I'm thinking of Yuri right now. Uh, we're going to be interviewing him in 2 weeks. Let's go. But I don't. So we had a cool conversation about this with Cynical and with Raven about competitiveness. I don't see the point for it most of the time. I am a rather competitive person in a certain way because I don't like being told I can't do something. Like at work, if people are like, "Oh, if this is too hard for you, we'll get someone else to do it." I'm like, "Fuck you, it'll get done today." But I can understand like healthy competition and stuff like that, but there's been a lot of talk about it right now with a certain website's March Madness competition thing, and people being like, "Oh, it pits like people against each other," and then you get people not helping each other to make streams and stuff better, and that's something I feel like we've all like come across a little bit, depending on how far you've webbed out, of being like, "Hey, I've noticed that you do this really cool thing. I'm not gonna jack your style, but could you tell me like how you worked that out so maybe I can figure something out?" And people are just like, "Nope, nope, because we're in the same area, and that means that it might make you better than me." So I am competitive with myself. I like competing and being like, "All right, you fucking loser. I know that you can do better than that, so let's do it." I also compete more out of spite than out of a competitive nature. I want to be the best, but that's just because I want that for me. It's not because I want to be better than other people. I'm fully okay admitting when other people are just genuinely better. I think of all of these, the closest one to what I would say is I don't care for competition unless it actually benefits me to win. I don't I don't care too much about competition unless there's like a reason why I care about winning. Like, let's be real, I would not give two shits about the talent shows that I've done if there wasn't a $500 prize at the end of it. That's great. I'll be competitive for that. But if you're just like, "Hey, do you guys want to come sing in front of your coworkers?" No. No, not really. But if you're like, "Hey, do you want $500 for singing in front of your coworkers?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'll be there." I want to be better than other people. I'm an egoist like Blue Lock. Hell yeah. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. All right, I think I'll go with I don't care for competition unless it actually benefits me to win. What's the hardest? Yeah. What's the hardest part of growing? Speaking of the hardest part of growing up, so I used to be that loser who, up until probably fourth or fifth grade, I wore the like Walmart same top, same bottom colored sweatsuits, like the sweatpants and the sweatshirt that like you just sort of looked like Grimace, especially in the purple one. And bro, no, I did the same thing like a cartoon character. Exactly. And no, the worst part and why the hardest thing made me remember this is because it was my mom who made me stop doing that. Because my mom let me be me for the most part, but about fifth grade, she just pulled me aside and she's like, "All right, we're going to get jeans." I'm like, "I don't like jeans." And she's like, "I don't care. You're popping boners and it's making everyone feel weird. So you're not wearing sweatpants anymore. Get in the car. We're getting jeans." And that is like burned into my memory. And I'm like, well, okay. So that was probably the hardest part of growing up is having a mother. Oh, and she also called me a fucking nerd. She was like, "You look like a fucking nerd and you're popping boners and it's making everyone awkward. So get in the car. We're getting jeans." So what's the hardest part of growing up? You miss out on free time for your favorite hobbies. You have to let go of the past and people you care about. Don't let go of people you care about. Uh, but don't hold on to people you don't. If they don't matter that much, fuck them. They don't matter. Once you're at the top, you're out of time. I don't know. I'll probably run out of time before I ever get to the top, so I don't vibe with that one as much. Having to go into the world on my own. Here I go again on my own. I have to do hard work and get a job. Dude, that's fucking real. Like, my kids talk about that. Like, I can't wait to get a job. I'm like, jobs fucking suck. Jobs are just what you do so you can afford to do the things that you enjoy. Like, it's the whole, pick a job. Pick a job that you enjoy doing and you never work a day in their life because they're not fucking hiring because it doesn't exist. I have to do hard work to get a job. I don't have my parents or legal help if I fall down. I want the real one, which is I have to make phone calls by myself. I have probably needed to go to the doctor for like 3 years, and I'm like, but I have to call the receptionist, and I'm not gonna do that, so I'll just slowly die, and that'll be fine. If I had to say anything, I'd say I have to do hard work and get a job. What do you do when you can't do something? Never happened. I can do everything. I'm incredible. Everything is perfect. Nothing is ever scuff. Nothing is impossible. I want to find a way. I think that is it. When I can't do something, I want to find a way. I don't move on quickly. I can accept failure. I don't refuse to fail because sometimes failure is important to realize and see, because like you can learn from failures. It's okay to fail. I simply don't waste my time. You don't fail until you stop trying. I vibe with that a bit more, but I think more closely as I want to find a way. Yeah, waifu knows what's up. What defines a person and their actions? Your experiences, the people around me, how people will remember you. I still don't know. I don't really care. I'll find out every day. Oh, Mr. K is Mr. Kirk. What's up, Mr. Kirk? I used to work with a guy named Kirk. I worked with him at CVS Pharmacy. And then he quit and I didn't see him. And then one day I saw him with a traveling robotic dinosaur show that showed up at the Science Museum. And I was like, holy shit, hi, Kirk. And he's like, oh, Nero, what's up? Anyway, what defines a person and their actions? I think your experiences, just because like everyone's going to define you different, and if you get too hung up on that, it's not great. Yeah, me and waifu and I are in sync. We're sour people. We think experiences define a person. You want to find a way. What's up? That's my mod right there. Blah, 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 blah. Xander is so epic. Blah, 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 blah. Kotaro sucks. Oh, stinks. My bad. Sucks is too hard. Blah, blah, blah. Medea is awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Stop reading this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I guess there's no stopping you. Blah, 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 blah. Please stop, because the text box is getting closer. Read the text. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Sync J.O. crystals? Hell yeah. You scribble down your last answer, the final words slipping across the page before you set the pen down with a quiet sigh of relief. There. Done. Satisfied? Satisfied? Rizzler, I'm very impressed. Mr. K flips through your quiz with an almost surprising attentiveness, nodding slowly at some answers and chuckling softly at others. You took it seriously. More than most kids would, to be honest. That says something. Yeah, like what? Like maybe, just maybe, you're not as lost as you think you are, and that makes my job a little easier. He closes the folder, looking you in the eye with something resembling genuine pride. You've got potential, Rizzler. Don't let a late alarm or a few bad grades make you forget that. The warmth in his words catches you off guard. For a brief moment, Mr. K doesn't look tired or worn down, just proud, like a teacher who still believes in his students. I'll break him of that. I'll teach you to have faith in me. But then, something strange happens. A faint beeping sound cuts through his words. At first you think it's his coffee machine or maybe the intercom. I swear, are we starting off with "It was all a dream"? It was all a dream. I used to read with... Anyway. Mr. K, what's that noise? What noise? The beeping grows louder, sharper, steady and mechanical, like an alarm clock drilling into your skull. Your head starts to pound. The office around you blurs, Mr. K's face warping as if melting into static. Rizzler, wake! The sound overwhelms everything. The world around you tears away. Your eyes snap open. The ceiling above you is unfamiliar yet all too real. Your alarm clock blares at your bedside. There we go. That's the real one. Your teacher being proud of you must be a dream. Someone thinking you have potential, obviously a dream. First day of school. Well, not the first day. The first day of your final year. Yeah, that's slightly more accurate. Morning already? Jeez. I actually slept well, but wait, what time is it? 8:35. Wait, 8:35?! For reference, school gates typically opened at 7 a.m. Your tutor group registration began at 7:30 a.m., and your first lesson would have begun at 8 a.m. You, Rizzler, are 35 minutes late. Nice one. I like the sass. If I hurry, maybe I can make it to the end of second period at least. I can't believe I'm late on the first day of school. Daisy would never let me live it. Oh, Daisy! She's going to kill me! I hope she's not waiting at the school gates. Homegirl's late too if she's waiting at the school gates. Plap, 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 plap. After pushing just about every other student who wasn't skipping on class, dog walker and mailman out of your way, you made it to Ashridge Academy just in time. Well, not really. You're still late, actually. But hey, new PR? Geez, maybe I should join the track team. I beat my record this time. I'm still on time, right? Oh, well, it can't get any worse than this. Not foreshadowing at all. At least I can make it before first period ends. Hello, Daisy. I like her. She's got like a young Nurse Joy vibe to her. Oh, let me pull this. What was it? We'll pull these up a little bit and see if we can get some, They said put music down to, like... We'll keep it, like, here. Sound volume will turn up and see if that... They said something... Oh, I guess we should save, too. I always forget to save, dude. The last one we did. Alright. I don't know what her voice sounded like, so we'll just... Well, look who finally decided to turn up. Told you, foreshadowing.
Do you even know?
I wasn't even close.
Mister?
Mister?
I waited outside for so long, I barely made it in time for class.
She's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, really I am.
Better be. Imagine how stupid I looked.
I like her. So, okay, so I watched a little bit of this on Raven's stream, and there is a girl later that I think I like more, but I don't know any of them super well. So we'll see. She's got attitude, though, and I like it. Daisy paused, pouting as her eyebrows creased and cheeks puffed out.
Explaining that I was waiting for my dumb best friend to finally roll out of bed.
Ooh. Hey, I made it here in half the time I did last year.
Barely able to sneak out of class.
Aw, did you sneak out of class for little old me?
I hope you're grateful.
I am, Daisy. Thank you. I am grateful. Grateful that you were worried sick waiting for me, so you came all the way here to make sure I made it to school. Dumb best friend is gonna end up in the chair. We'll see.
Worried? I took pity on you and didn't want to be held responsible if you didn't come to school on time.
Pity me harder. Speaking of class, I'm going to be late.
Class. Wait. Wait. No. You're late already.
I can feel her lips tighten. You can feel... I was already thinking about her lips. You can feel your lips tighten and your forehead crinkle at the lack of brain cells Daisy actually has. It's a miracle she's made it this far in life. Now I'm really late. Let's hurry! The two of you would quickly dash back inside of Ashridge Academy's hallways, timing your dodges of hall monitors and pesky substitute teachers until you would, you would your way back to, it's fine. Back into your classroom, hoping to go unnoticed. Did anybody actually have hall monitors? I made it my entire school career without hall monitors. I see them in TV shows. It might be more of a thing in other places, but I never saw a hall monitor. You tried your best to sneak back into class, but you received some odd and confused glances from your own classmates. Fortunately for you, though, nobody was chattering. I can't read. Everybody was chattering away, and your teacher was too busy writing some formula to even see you enter. Well, that was until Daisy attempted to sneak in. You've never heard a door slam so heavily in your entire life. What on earth was... Alright, settle down. Daisy, I see you found your friend you were waiting on outside. So glad you could both join us. I hope you set backup alarms. Cutting it a little close, don't you think? So much for going unnoticed, right? No one wanted Barboach? The sentient condom? Barboach is where it's at. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Daisy. My bad. Won't happen again.
Yeah, right. You better not snore in class again either.
Here, let me turn that up a little bit just so you can hear her when she talks. You better not snore in class again. Oh no, am I a class sleeper? It was one time. Ahem. Before we continue, as I mentioned before, though some of you were not present to... We have a new student joining us this year. New student! Let's go! Transfer, transfer, transfer. Though you may see her around schools today. Oh, I didn't even read the first part. She'll be attending class tomorrow, though you may see her around school today. Be sure to give her a warm welcome.
Student, huh? Interesting.
Interesting, Daisy.
Hey, what do you think she'll be like?
I hope she's hot. And we all had that when people are like, oh, we have a new student. Immediately, like, hope she's hot. If it's a dude, hope he's hot. Doesn't matter. Hope they're hot. Cold and strict? Ooh, kind of hope for that. That is more my cup of tea. Looking for my replacement already. I hope she's not like you, cheerful. I have to go cold and strict. Cold and strict is what I hope for. I need it. I definitely don't need it. I need it! Cold and strict.
Maybe she'd be able to keep you in line.
Please. Please. I can keep myself in line.
Well, we'll see for ourselves tomorrow.
Bring it on. What about you? What do you think?
Someone that isn't late to school?
Come on, Daisy. You don't gotta flame me like that. Hey! I'm not done yet. As seniors, this is your final year at Ashridge Academy. You're the top of the food chain, the future, and the legacy of this school. You're all going to grow up and figure out what you want to do with your lives. So today, there's a walkthrough during lunch in the main hall for the different clubs and organizations the school offers. Now is the time to try new things and figure out which direction you're headed, so be sure to check it out. Take the rest of the class time here to sort out your schedules and figure out your next class.
We really are in our last year of high school.
Yep, we are in our last year of high school. Forced socialization. I know. I always hated that. Damn it, you're gonna have fun. No, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk to people. Yeah, I guess so.
That means we'll have to grow up and do taxes and stuff.
Fucking taxes. Taxes. I can't with the taxes. The taxes are too much right now.
I don't wanna.
Thank you, Daisy. I feel ya. Taxes were the easy part, TBH. Okay, so it's more because I have a bunch of weird shit going on. I'm like selling anime online, and just I have a couple different things. Then you have the problem I'm having right now is the fact that the fucking people who hold my house loan are just dragging their feet on giving me the necessary tax documentation for me to file that I am paying on house. And it's like, dog, everyone else has already gotten me their documentation. Why the hell just give me the shit thing that says like, oh, I paid my mortgage. Thank you. Working with crappy coworkers is far more annoying. I have a fantastic ability to just ignore people. So I don't really care about my coworkers all that much. I think before you can even attempt to explain to Daisy that life doesn't quite work that way, the soft ring of an old Nokia, so not soft at all really, begins to blare in the classroom. Multiple students panic, reaching into their bags to make sure their phone was off when your teacher picks up his phone. Thank God that wasn't mine. Oh yeah, I should have some W soon. Dope! I saw that somebody made an order and I wasn't sure if it who it was, so thank you. I hope you enjoy it. I've really enjoyed it, and I am excited to have your thoughts on it. The teacher speaks in hushed tones for a few moments before his eyes dart over towards you. Yeah, I'll send him down.
Man, that's half the class eliminated.
Rizzler, Mr. K would like to see you in his office. The classmate's chattering suddenly comes to a halt.
In trouble so soon?
First day troubles, come on.
That's probably what you get for being so late.
With Daisy's final witty remark about your lateness, you slowly stand with just about everyone watching and make your leave to head to Mr. K's office. It says today, but I think Mail is holding it hostage. No! And just like the dream you had, remembering back to all those months when you and Mr. K did your orientation quiz before the summer break, you've wound back up inside of his office. Oh, it's like a second home to you. I didn't actually read that. No. Not that you was a bad student or anything. I think the term teachers use is troubled. I am a troubled youth! Come on in. Don't just stand there like a shadow in a horror movie. Sir, you're being way too familiar with me. I broke my water bottle today! I'm so upset. It was such a cool water bottle. Okay, so I have one of those Owala water bottles, and I don't like them, but it was a really pretty color. My wife and my kids have them, and they were like, oh, they're so good. I'm like, I don't care. I don't like the weird, like, beak mouth you have to do to suck out of the straw, and they're not my favorite, but it was a really pretty green color, so, like, I had to get it. So I got it, and it's been fine, but I was handing it back to my son because he forgot his water when we went to go get my wife's pants, and the top part, the entire cover just broke. And then I realized, why the fuck is it just held on by these tiny little nubs that can break so easily? I paid a stupid amount of money for the bottle, and it's just held on by little nubs? Come on. Anyway, also, on the water breaking thing, my wife's water bottle, the handle on it broke right before she had the baby. And so we're walking around the neighborhood, and I had the ear infection where I couldn't hear anything out of my right side when all of this was happening, and she, of course, was walking on that side, and so I just vaguely hear water and broke. So I immediately start freaking out. I'm like, oh, are you okay? What do I need to do? Let's go. And then she's like, no, my water bottle broke. And I'm like, oh, all right, that's fine, I guess. But no, my water bottle broke, and I guess I'm just gonna go back to my big... I have, like, a big-ass, like, Stanley jug that I got from work that is my normal drinking utensil, but right now I'm still rocking with my... Oh! I just got stabbed by my, broken Owala, because it has water in it, and that's just wasteful. Don't waste water. That was a long description to say I'm taking sippies. Anyway, an interesting way to word it. You slowly step into Mr. K's office. Hi. You wanted to see me? Wanted to see you? Nah, needed to. This is your senior year now. Your last lap around the track. Sippies for free, I know, I needed to drink. There's a lot of voicing in this. So I'll have to stay hydrated, even if you guys want to dehydrate me like a piece of beef jerky. I like to check in with all my people before we kick things off. Make sure you're set for the big year ahead. I guess I'm not really sure how I'm feeling yet. That's fair. Senior year's a lot like the last slice of pizza in the box. You know it's good, but you're already thinking about what comes next. Diarrhea. That's what always comes after the last slice of pizza. I have such a problem. Okay. Other side tangent. I have such a problem with pizza. I've only very recently started being able to eat pizza because I did wrestling when I was in fucking 6th grade. So, like, this was a long-ass time ago. And the wrestling coach, everyone was like, oh, we have time to get some food. Should we get some pizza? And the wrestling coach was like, no, you fat fucks. Pizza makes you fat, and being fat doesn't let you do sports well. And that just, like, he was screaming at us, and that got stuck in my head. And so I had, like, a mental block on eating pizza forever. And I am now almost 30 years old, and am now finally able to slightly eat pizza. I don't like red sauce, though. That's the other thing, is I don't like tomato sauce very much. I do absolutely fuck with chicken bacon ranch pizza, though. That is the way to my heart. Chicken bacon ranch, so good. The only time I like red sauce is if it is pepperoni and jalapeno, and then you cook it, and then you put it in the fridge, and then you eat it cold, so you have cold pepperoni and jalapeno pizza. So good. So good. That's the only cold pizza. I fucking hate cold pizza. But the jalapeno in it gives that heat needed, and the coldness of the pizza brings it down. I'll eat it hot, too. I'll eat it hot. It's good hot, too, but the coldness of the pizza and the cheese and the pepperoni with the hotness of jalapeno is very good. I really like that. Anyway, too much about pizza. Pizza's gross, except for when it's not. That's where we take away from this. Thinking with his stomach as always. Speaking of... what comes next, Zip? Hello, Mr. K. I like to alternate between bacon and pepperoni with jalapenos on cheesy bread. Hell yes, waifu, we are absolutely doing that when we're down there. I saw your quiz results from orientation. No wrong answers, just tells me where your head is right now, and based on what you wrote, you're not sure where your head's at. That's fine. But give yourself a chance to find something worth caring about, even if you stumble onto it by accident. Dip that bitch in rant, that's my girl, let's fucking go, waifu. That's what's up, so good. Okay, I saw someone said pesto. So, oh, yeah, basil pesto on white base. Pesto's fucking disgusting. My wife loves it, I am fucking trailer trash. Pesto is too much, that's too fucking fancy. Pesto is too fancy. That shit's like a wet salad. And why the fuck do I want wet salad on my pizza? Anyway. Catch that Zigzagoon. My Zigzagooners! That would be such a great name for a Pokemon, like a PokeTuber. Their community would be Zigzagooners. Fucking love it. Bro, you think you're trailer trash? Do I need to tell you the tale of the bucket? Interesting. Is this one of those things, what was it, the Gatorlands? No. And hey, whilst you're here, for the next 40 minutes or so, you suddenly get caught up in another one of Mr. K's rambles and quizzes, not that you're willingly volunteered or even had a choice. Fortunately for you, though, you got to miss your second period. I haven't even had my first one yet! And I missed my second one? I'll never be a real woman. Come on. So, it's a win in your books. Let's save that for the interview. RM, do you want to be interviewed? I know you want to, but you've never seriously, have, given me the vibe that you really, really want to. I would love to interview you. Once you and Mr. K say your farewells, he recommends for you to check out the event happening in the cafeteria. That was him saying yes. Bro, I literally DM'd you about it. I'm about to pull receipts. I know we have talked about it, but there always is like a vibe for me. You have to understand, I don't ever understand why. This is funky as hell. Like, I have both the earbuds in, and I'm absolutely rocking to this. But I never really can tell when people actually enjoy doing stuff with me. It's really hard. I'm sorry, I'm sitting on like 5 people who have been like, oh my gosh, absolutely, I would love to do an interview with you, and then have not responded when I actually try to set something up. So I don't ever think anyone actually wants to do anything with me. We can squabble about this like a married couple after stream. This beat is funky. Exactly. Fortunately for you, Daisy was already there, eyeing up some cupcakes on display that was free to take if you checked out the literature club. Not that you ever would, that is. The purple-haired one creeps you out. The small one... The small one had a temper on her, and the long-haired one is just overall unnerving. All 3 things are great! Short-tempered girls, purple hair, and an unnerving girl. All of them sound perfect. I love this already. I mean, just listen to them argue. Monica! The smaller one shouts. Nobody's even saying they'll join the club. They're just eating the cupcakes. The purple-haired one just scoffs, running her fingers through her hair before muttering something under her breath. The literature club has free cake. Nice, I see what they did there. Cake, 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 cake. Huh? Say that again. You don't even know what real literature is, the smaller one says. Big brother! You can sense an argument coming along. Something about mangas are cartoons and yada yada. You decide to slowly walk away from that booth. No thank you. No literature club for Rizzler today.
There you are.
Hi, Daisy.
So, what did Mr. K even want with you?
She's so cute. I love her so much. I can't get too attached to her, though. We gotta see the other options. Just a little start of the year pep talk, I guess.
Oh, I get it. You're one of his special projects now, huh?
I don't know what that means, but probably.
This is always my favorite part of the year. So many clubs, so much free stuff and candy. Zero chance I'll actually commit to any of them.
Okay, no. She just keeps getting better. She keeps getting better. Take free shit, commit to nothing. That is how to be a playa. As you roll your eyes at Daisy, you realize that's a pretty looking sporty girl. Fuck me. As you roll your eyes at Daisy, you realize that a pretty looking sporty girl is staring directly at the two of you. Normally, this is where you would quickly scatter away like a pair of raccoons caught diving in the trash can. But unfortunately for you, you've already made eye contact. Never make eye contact. Eye contact is awful.
Hey! You there! Yes, you!
We've got another voice-acted girl. Which one are you? Ah, crap. Me?
Yep, you. Come here. I've got something for you. Oh no. What is this girl doing?
I feel... Are you trying to make personal contact with me? Never. shouting, Daisy. She's shouting. Somebody call Captain Obvious, because his sidekick, Little Miss Oblivious, is on the loose. That was mean. I didn't mean that. You and Daisy approach the table and look down. The table is scattered with an assortment of hand-drawn leaflets and promotional material. You caught a zigzagooner? Hell yeah. A majority of it is stained in cake batter. Didn't we just have a conversation about baby batter and all the different names for that substance? I think we did. You don't dare pick them up. But hey, look! Tacos. Daisy is already drooling, isn't she?
Try it.
Okay.
She made me do this.
It's Taco Tuesday! I like her too. Rizzler takes a bite. Why is it spicy? I like spicy stuff. Oh, Noodle's not here. Come on. I need something spicy to fill my mouth. I think we go with this is amazing. You always want to be nice. It's polite to compliment people's cooking. This is amazing!
I know. I made it myself.
She's got a flesh fang! She got a flesh fang. Alright. So far, I like her.
So, you're joining, right?
Wait, what?
Come on! It's fate! You got taste buds and an open schedule. Probably.
I don't know, Across the cafeteria, you spotted Mr. K watching from a distance, smiling knowingly. Why is his hand in his pants? Not creepy at all. Fine, I'll join.
Well, I'm not letting you suffer alone. I guess I'm in too.
That's not how you make friends, Daisy! Mr. K is literally feeding you to the she-wolves? Absolutely.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about!
Evelyn! Shake her hand. Touch her. Sure, nice to meet you.
Welcome to the cooking club. Oh, I'm Evelyn, by the way. The redheaded girl and my accomplice in crime? That's Akemi.
And just like that, you probably made one of the stupidest mistakes in your life. Speaking to women. Normally you wouldn't cave into peer pressure like this, but you knew Mr. K would have chewed you out in our next meeting if you shoved her off. So, here we are. I think I read a cautionary tale about this once. I think it was called Hansel and Gretel or something. No backing out now. Hey, if she wants to eat me, that's fine. I make my peace with it. It's okay. No backing out now. ... What have you done? Eventually, Evelyn guided yourself and Daisy alongside the red-haired girl who didn't really speak much to the second floor of the school's complex. I just understood that the literature club was supposed to be the Doki Doki Literature Club girls. It just hit me. Anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I understand. I understand they have cake. It's fine. It's okay. When waifu said that because it was waifu, I thought she was making a cake as in fat ass joke. Because it was waifu. It probably wasn't even waifu, it was probably RM. But I thought waifu said it, so I was like, oh, ha, asses. I made the cake joke. I can't read. She asked enough questions to make you think she worked for the local law enforcement.
Do you play sports much?
No.
What about class? What are your grades like? Good? Oh, what about...
Yeah, torture. I know. Good thing it's voice acted by some cool people then. Shameless plug goes here. Yeah, they are about to drop the second chapter soon, and there might be something cool for people who hang out and stream and might recognize a voice or two that you might have heard. That might be something that's happening and be super cool, but we'll see. 2 + 2 = fart. I don't have a shameless plug. All of my plugs are very shameful. And shaped like vegetables, mostly. But eventually, you're led into a classroom. You'd think it's your stereotypical math room, but it seems like the school provided some portable stoves and microwaves. I guess this was dying. This was a dying club. They weren't going to use the school's main home economics teaching room. 4 people doesn't warrant proper health and safety, I suppose. That's how every job I've ever been at was like, oh, it's fine. We don't have to follow rules. It's okay.
Welcome to the heart of it all, the Cooking Club. Home of flour explosions, culinary disasters, and sometimes actual food.
Hell yeah. Sounds reassuring.
This place feels bigger than I remember.
Yeah, for insurance purposes, if you fall off the ladder, you're fired before you hit the ground. I don't care that I told you to do it. We will absolutely say you weren't following policy if you fall off that ladder. You've been here before?
Not really. Just walked past it a few times. I didn't think it was actually this lively.
As Daisy continues to explain that she was inadvertently actually spying on clubs, you spotted the red-headed girl in the corner of your eye. She seemed distant. I like distant, so we'll see. I think...
Akemi! Look alive! We've got new members!
So I think the girl that I will most likely be the most fond of has not showed up yet. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm liking them all so far. They've all got different vibes.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello? Don't let her fool you. She's happier than she looks.
You've already checked their vibes, you naughty boy. I told you I caught Raven when she was playing it, and I immediately fell in love with this one particular one, because she kind of seems mean and like she looks down on you, and I don't know, it's a vibe. Akemi just stares blankly. It's actually mildly terrifying. Mildly terrifying is my kind of woman! Don't look down on it.
I wouldn't go that far.
You'll get used to her. Anyway, since you're here, let me explain what we're about.
I'd assume food?
This isn't just about recipes and practice. Food is more than that. It's memories. It's comfort. It's something you can share no matter who you are.
Used to her, I want to be used by her. Wow.
I want this club to be a place where people can belong, where they can find joy, or maybe just a hot meal when they need it. That's actually really sweet.
Ha, sweet. I didn't realize you thought about it that way. There's a masquerade! That evolves from Daddy Long Nipples.
Of course I do. And that's why I need to know what you can bring to the table.
You just flop it on the table. Dot. What do you mean?
You've joined the cooking club, which means you've got to cook. Show us what you've got.
Let him cook! I wasn't really expecting to. No excuses. Everyone's got some hidden kitchen skills, even if it's just boiling noodles. Come on, let's see what you can do. Consider this initiation.
This is going to be a disaster, isn't it?
I like Daisy's sassiness. She's not like the cute, always supporting you best friend. She's got almost that, like, I wouldn't say full yandere, but she definitely, like, there's obviously, she does care for you. She wanted you to be able to sneak into class, all of that stuff. But she's still got that sort of cat claw vibe to her. RM, you're the one who knows this stuff. Is there a word for that?
If it is, I'm not cleaning it up.
Not yandere. What's the one I'm thinking of? Boo. Whatever. It's fine. We're talking to the girls. Tsundere, thank you. The Tsundere. Hey, you got the masquerade. Evelyn grins as she pulls out a tray, setting it down on the counter in front of Rizzler. Daisy hovers at the sidelines, equal parts amused and concerned. Akemi watches from her seat, pen tapping lazily against her notebook as she watches from the distance.
All right, rookie. Time to prove yourself.
All right, let's cook. The lights dim. All right, rookie, here's how this works. You'll choose 2 ingredients and a cooking method. Depending on your choices, the results could be delicious, decent, or a total disaster. Ready? Let's go. What lies before you are 4 options that Evelyn has provided. A ripe tomato, a block of mature cheddar cheese, a piece of chocolate, and a chicken breast. Is this real? Is this really a cooking club? Well, I guess take your pick. How do we feel about chicken chocolate? I know that tomato and cheese would go really good together. Dude, I loved Iron Chef. Iron Chef was my shit. I think chocolate chicken. Tomato chicken also feels like it goes in, but I want to incorporate the chocolate. And I feel like chocolate goes best with chicken of all of these other ingredients. I don't think chocolate cheese vibes. I don't think tomato chocolate vibes. I think chocolate chicken. I've never sucked fish fins before. Best Iron Chef line ever. It was in the original, not like the Americanized one, but where like everyone was speaking Japanese, and then they had the chefs before you is your kitchens, but it was this girl, and the reporter walked up and she's sucking the fish, and she's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I've never sucked fish fins before. Anyway, I think first ingredient is chocolate. For some odd reason, you decided to grab the chocolate. Evelyn raised an eyebrow. I think this is a mistake. Pick your second ingredient. More chocolate! Chocolate and chicken. You grab the chicken breast. Okay. We can do it raw, which is not great for chicken. There are plenty of meats you can take raw, but chicken is not one of them. Do we bake, fry? I know that people boil chicken. I know it is technically a valid way of cooking it. I hate it. I think fry. I think we fry it, get a little crunch, and then you get an unexpected chocolate explosion in your mouth when you're going for the chicken. I say we fry it. You combine chicken and chocolate. Nothing sane can come of this. After trying your so-called best, a dish now sits finished on the counter in front of Rizzler. Evelyn, Daisy, and Akemi gather to see the results. The room grows quiet as the others lean forward, waiting to see what you've created.
Whoa, stop! Don't serve that! You'll poison us!
There's nothing poisonous about fried chicken chocolate! Come on! That's delicious.
I think it's still smoking.
I should not be judged this harshly. I had a good idea. The painting was picture perfect in my head. It's fine. Who doesn't like an unexpected explosion in their mouth? That just makes me think of the Futurama one where it's just like, oh, it's like a party in my mouth and everyone's throwing up. They've never had mole. Dude, rabbit with a little bit of Speedy's sauce when you're in the south of New York, so good. So good. Kangaroo, also very good. If you ever have a chance to eat kangaroo, I highly recommend it. Kangaroo meat is delicious. Fried chicken with a chocolate drizzle, exactly.
That's impressive in his own way.
Thank you, Akemi. Okay, I just got a little achievement called Eldritch Abomination. I meant the Mexican dish, but I don't have accent marks at the ready. Oh, mole. Oh, I thought you were just talking about... I thought this was a Florida man thing where, like, y'all ain't never eaten no mole before. It's real good. They're in your yard. You just go pick one up and you got dinner for you right there. Gatorlands. You take the Gatorlands, you pop one of them moles. There's not much left, but you can eat what's left. Evelyn claps her hands together and grins at you. You suck! It feels forced,
All
though.
right, rookie. Official verdict? You're in. Consider yourself an official member of the
Okay,
Cooking
so that
Club.
was apparently so terrible that they didn't even want to eat it, but I guess they're hurting for members, so they're like, whatever, it's fine. Just like that?
Just like that. You showed up, you cooked, and you survived. That's all the initiation you need.
When I move, you move, just like that. Evelyn turns towards Daisy, her smile turning back into a beaming grin.
And you are not getting away easily either. You're part of this now too.
Huh? Wait, I never said I...
One of us! One of us! Evelyn laughs.
Too late. You already helped today. That makes you an accomplice. Welcome aboard.
Let's go! Daisy sighs, looking at you with a smug smile.
I guess I don't have a choice, do I?
You never had a choice.
Nope.
Thank you, Evelyn. Evelyn pulls you and Daisy closer, forcing you both into a very uncomfortable group hug. All group hugs are uncomfortable. I barely want to hug one person, let alone everyone in that group. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. I'm half crazy just for the love of you. It won't be a fancy marriage, I can't afford a carriage. But our love is true, so we can make do with a bicycle made for two. This is the closest you've been to a woman that wasn't your mom, or back in 5th grade. Oh, my soul. Though something feels wrong. You have a boner! You glance towards Akemi, who is lingering at the edge of the counter. Her gaze seems to be drifting towards the door. You realize how she shifts uncomfortably in her seat and brushes the edge of her notebook with her fingers. Akemi? Oh, Akemi? Before you'd think she would look up at you and responded,
I'm going to step out for a bit.
she doesn't like being touched by people. Without further explanation, she walks towards the door and stares at the floorboards beneath her.
Huh? Oh. She does that sometimes. Don't worry about it.
I also frequently avoid touching people. It's okay. I get it. She's real for that. Don't stress about it. It is all good. I don't know. You just met these people and they're like, touch them. And she's, no, get away from me. Why the cat face RM? You don't avoid touching people?
Well, yeah, but she seemed kind of down.
We're going down, down. You're a hugger? Waifu, you're a hugger? Okay, so I've explained this. I'm not a hugger, but it's because we have an extremely British family. So I won't see my grandmother for like 10 years, and then I'll get like a hearty handshake from her. and I married somebody who also is not a huge external, like, I love my wife and we will hug, and she needs that physical affirmation sometimes, and that is okay. I don't have a problem with that. But outside of my partner or like my children, I don't hug people. I get forced to hug people, but I'm never going to be the one who just walks up and is like, I'm engaging the hug. But my wife's family, they are huggers. When I was like 16 and I met my wife, I was at their house and her sister just immediately walks up and is like, oh, hugs. And like, it is just what they do. That is just who they are. They hug everyone. So I grew up getting kissed on both cheeks anytime a relative saw me. Take that for what you will. I will hug you so hard. No, we established that rule firmly that you will not kiss my children. Something about the way Akemi left nags you, so without thinking, you make an excuse. I should probably check on something real quick. Be right back. You awkwardly smile at Daisy, who seems more confused than you was at your own pathetic, or than she was at your own pathetic excuse to leave. Interesting.
Don't be too long. Daisy and I will hold down the fort.
Hold down the fart! You look back at the two as your hand hovered on the door handle. You see Daisy and Evelyn slip back into it in easy chatter back at the counter. RM's erming. I don't mind cheek kisses or whatever, but I don't kiss kids that aren't mine, TBH. I never know what germs they have. I'm not a big cheek kisser at all anyway. Even if they're my kids are gross as fuck sometimes. I know where they've been and I just don't want it. But I'm just saying that's what my very ethnic aunts did, not what I do. No, I don't care. It's just my wife's father's wife is one of those that like kiss babies and little kids on the mouths, and we drew a line very quickly. We're like, nope, absolutely not. Bro, one of our friends' kids hugged me before they left after they came over for dinner. It was awkward. I avoid contact with any children that aren't mine very deliberately. Oh, you. Whoa. Yeah, no, exactly. And they're like, oh, it's just family and it's different. I'm like, okay, but you have to understand that for literally any other person is considered like an intimate or sexual act. And I'm not going to be like, oh, no, it's totally fine when grandma whatever does it, but not when anyone else does it. That's going to get confusing. And then I feel like that creates problems with like forming close bonds because you associate kissing on the lips with your parents or your grandparents or whatever, and it just is weird. And they're not the only people I know who do that, because I was a bit weird out. Then I realized that there's a large number of people in the like South. I consider Oklahoma Midwest, but in like Texas and Oklahoma and the surrounding states, they're like, oh yeah, no, if it's family, you can kiss on the lips. I'm like, that no. Anyway. Little Timmy, your no-no squares don't apply to grandma. Okay, exactly. Okay, so my kid, we had to go to the doctor because she was having little feminine issues, and I love the doctor so much, and I respected her so much more after this specific one. She was already great, but she explained, she was like, I'm going to check you out, but not only just because I'm a doctor, because people who are doctors can still be bad people. It is only okay because I am a doctor and your parents are here with me. If somebody, even if they say they're a doctor or your teacher or whatever, and your parents aren't there and they try to check you like I am, you need to get away and tell an adult very quickly, because that's not okay. And I'm like, respect. But she also has 3 daughters. So I'm like, I respect you. Thank you for that. Obviously, we've talked to her too. But like, having that extra enforcement of the doctor being like, it's not just me because I'm a doctor, it is also because your parents are here and there is a reason. Doesn't fly here either. Last thing I need is one of my kids kissing someone on the mouth at school. Exactly. That's how you get the turbo herb. With that, you take your leave. I like to imagine that I'm still the character in this game. So my hand is hovering over the doorknob. I look back at them. They're in conversation. And then I just go on a rant about kissing children. Good doctors. That's why I take my kids to my old pediatricians. They're the same way. Good. Time to find Akemi. You slowly shut the door to the club room behind you as you try to figure out where Akemi went. She's violently vomiting in the hallway. I mean, maybe the bathroom? No, women don't shit. You can't follow her to the bathroom. That's a one-way trip to your final year as the perv guy. Yeah, scratch that. As you walk down the stairs and debate where Akemi could have possibly gone to, you realize that she's walking down the hall right in front of you. Now, isn't that just a stroke of luck? In your most sneakiest of ways, which isn't sneaky at all, you silently tail Akemi, whose footsteps seem to be light, as if she was trying to not make it obvious where she was going. Did she think she was being tailed? Maybe she didn't trust Evelyn yet, and thought she watched where she went. It was hard to say, dude, you just admit that you're not being sneaky. You're just following her around. The jork of luck. I'm gonna catch that monkey one day. Passimian. I'm sorry, he's like, does she think she's being tailed as you are creeping after her in the hallway? That just makes me think of the John Mulaney thing where he's like, I see her start running as I'm walking up to her, so I start running, and then I realize she thinks I'm chasing her because I am. Eventually, Akemi comes to a stop outside the nurse's office and does a quick scan before entering. Fortunately enough for you, she didn't look behind her. The nurse's office? What's wrong? Shoot, I must look like a nosy creep right now, 'cause you are being one! You hesitate in the hall. Muffled voices leak through the door. The steady and practiced tones of the school nurse and Akemi's much lighter and swifted clip replies. Though, being the nosy creep that you are, you didn't seem to realize that her visit to the nurse was actually ending pretty quickly, and by the time the door opens and Akemi steps out, wham! Akemi walks straight into you and you nearly trip. Before she can apologize to the student whom she thought was entering the nurses after her, she comes to the realization that it's none other than Nosy Creep Rizzler. Nosy Creep Rizzler is my new title. I don't want to look like a pervert follows her through the school. Ara.
You? Why were you following me?
I was worried. I wasn't following. I just happened to be here. I thought maybe you forgot where the club was. I don't really know. Instinct, I guess. We'll go with that. That won't be creepy. I have the instinct to follow you through the hall. I don't really know. Instinct, I guess.
Oh, really? What does your instinct say now, psychic?
It says you're really prickly. Jeez.
Either way, that's a weird answer.
Akemi sighs, tucking her notebook under her arm as she starts walking back towards the club. You quickly follow after.
Don't read too much into it. I just have to see the nurse sometimes. Routine stuff.
Bum bum bum. Routine stuff? Oh yeah, it was the blood moon this morning. That's true. I love the idea that because it's his final year of high school, he's just an idiot. And he's like, routine stuff. Oh, it must be your time of the month. That's what you mean by routine. Don't worry about it, sister. I am out of here. No further questions.
Yeah. Think of it like maintenance. Not everyone works perfectly, you know.
She's either a robot or diabetic. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it right here. Or a diabetic robot. She's either a robot or diabetic. Her voice was quieter this time. Her eyes looked at the floor, purposefully avoiding your gaze. You can't avoid my gaze! Diabetic robot sounds legit.
Anyways, it's not like I'm about to kneel over. You don't have to babysit me.
She's wearing a wig. Oh no. Oh no. I wasn't.
But thanks, I guess.
The silence between the two of you isn't heavy. It's cautious, like words balancing on the edge of something unsaid. The two of you begin to make your way back towards the club room, until a certain counselor runs towards you, out of breath and out of shape. There you are! I've been looking all over you. Perfect timing. Mr. K, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Nothing wrong at all. In fact, I've got a favor. There's a new student who just transferred here, and I'd like you to give her a proper tour. Think of it as leadership practice. Build your harem! In other terms, I want to chat up the hot English teacher by the water cooler. A tour? Now? Exactly now. She's waiting in the office. Come on. You glance back at Akemi. She waves you off with a small flick of her wrist. I'm not a fart. You can't just put me away.
Go on. Duty calls.
Ha, duty. Before you could apologize, Mr. K ushers you down the hallway at a rapid speed. Mr. K has to shit. Mr. K pushes open the door to an empty club meeting room. Sunlight filters through the tall windows, catching dust mites in the air. A lone figure sits at one of the desks, posture straight, hands folded neatly in her lap. Didn't you say she was in the office? Isabella? Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's no trouble.
This is her. This is her. Wonderful, wonderful. This here is one of the best students. Reliable, helpful, sharp as a tack. He'll give you a quick tour of the school so you don't get lost on your first day. Mr. K pats your shoulder firmly, grinning like he's just solved the world's problems. You really are becoming one of his projects, or tools. Best student might be pushing it. Don't be modest. All right, I've got 3 more first day fires to put out, so I'll leave you to it. Mr. K trying to get you laid, dog. Mr. K, wingman at large. Without waiting for a reply, Mr. K waves and hurries out the door. What will you say? Note, voice lines do not work for this section. Will be patched soon. Alright, I guess I have to give her a voice. Let's see, what do we go with? Yep, stick with me and you'll be a pro at navigating this maze. Don't worry, I'll make it quick. You probably just want to get settled in. I'll try not to get us lost. No promises, though. I think we go with don't worry, I'll make it quick. She seems a little stiff. Just like I am. Yes, that would be ideal. I see you're not the conversationist type. The quicker I learn where to go, the quicker I can get out of your hair. That sounds fair, no? Isabella stares at you before sighing, brushing her skirt down before facing you. Her smile is polite, but there's a cool distance in her tone, as if she's just weighing every word.
Well then, shall we begin?
Let's go. This was going to be a long tour. So, where do you want to go?
Oh, shouldn't you already have a plan? A proper student of this academy would know all the best places to take someone.
You ever gonna fumble this bag? I hope not. Time to play defense. Isabella is already on the attack and the two of you have only just met. Talk about feisty. I mean, I have a few ideas, but I thought I'd ask what you'd prefer. Take her to the cooking club. So hard. Isabella nods and briefly smiles.
Clever answer. But it sounds like stalling. Surely you've
See, she's
scouted the
playful.
grounds
She's
by
cute.
now.
I like her. I like her a
Haven't you?
lot. Scouted, sure, but it's different when you're with someone else. I wanted to make it good for you. Isabella blinks twice before a slight twinge of red blooms over her
You
face.
talk as if that isn't exactly what you're supposed to say. Still, Perhaps I'll let you prove it.
She's getting flustered. She's getting flustered. Was it good for you? Okay, so I have a story about that, and it's really embarrassing, but I've never told anybody that, or this story. So my first kiss was behind a church that I didn't go to after Wednesday night activities, and it was with an older girl, and I was a very, very naive about sexual things kid, and so little, like, nervous, like, peck on the lips, and then I run off and hop in my mom's car, and I'm texting her, and I was like, was I a good kisser? And she just straight up put me to the wall, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck you mean, that was barely a kiss. And I was like, well, okay, alright, and then it evolved quickly, and she's like, so when we fucking, and I'm like, ah! Anyway. This is why middle schoolers shouldn't date, like, earlier, or, like, elementary school age kids should not date, like, earlier middle schoolers. But I just remember being like, was it good? And it was literally just, like, a peck. It wasn't even, like, a kiss. It was like a mwah. And I was like, was it good? Yeah. Nero, as a child, was extremely embarrassing. So far, so good. What will you say? Again, voice lines are bugged here. Don't get used to me complimenting you. You're kind of a handful. Careful. If you keep blushing like that, people will think we're on a date. So where do you want to start? Alright, chat, help me out. I like careful if you keep blushing like that, people will think we're on a date, but that's because I like to pick at people. Don't get used to me complimenting you. You're kind of a handful. Feels like the wrong move, but she might like that. And then, so where do you want to start? Feels like you're just trying to get your job done. So, like, what do we think? You do you. This isn't my alone time. I'm trying to stream. I think careful. If you keep blushing like that, people will think we're on a date. We'll go with it. You really don't waste any time, do you? Just calling it how I see it. You wink. Yeah, Rizzler! That was cheesy. You like the first option better? Shut the fuck up, bitch. That's the vibe that one gave me. Don't do that again. Bold words for a guy who hasn't proven himself yet. Oh shit! You did name me right! The achievement that just popped up was that Riz? RM with the psychic foresight. I thought you were circumcised, but I see you still got foresight. Let's go! I just clipped myself so bad on my head. There we go. Now I can still stretch. I always have to stretch myself because of RM. Whatever you said, it was enough to keep Isabella following along without a complaint. The two of you walked in silence for a few moments, the air oddly charged. She kept her eyes on you, as if waiting for your next move. I think I know a place you might like.
Oh? And what would that be?
I think I know a place you might like. Her brows knit together. It was weird. I've never seen eyebrows hold those little needles, but she was able to do it. Suspicion flickering in her gaze. There's a club I think you should check out.
A club? You're already trying to pawn me off on strangers.
Yep! Not exactly. I thought it might suit you.
Me. And why would that be?
She sounded half curious, half challenging. It's the cooking club. Bitch, join my club. Isabella froze, her expression shifting in an instant. The warmth, the teasing tone, it all vanished like smoke. She straightened her posture, her voice suddenly sharp and cold.
Take me there, now.
Hoo-hoo! Yes, Mommy. No smile, no blush, just pure cutting seriousness. You weren't sure whether to be impressed or terrified. By the time you and Isabella reach the cooking club, the air feels heavier somehow. Her footsteps are crisp, deliberate, echoing down the hall until you push open the clubroom door. Evelyn looks up from the counter, still grinning wide until she notices who you brought with you.
Oh, what's this? The rookie brought a guest already?
Wait, isn't she?
I think she might be a top, call it a psychic premonition. Daisy practically gasped, her eyes opening widely as if some world-class celebrity just walked through the doors. Evelyn elbows Daisy playfully, but Daisy's gaze flickers between Isabella and you with a nervous squint. Was she trying to tell you something?
Well, don't just stand there. Introduce us.
Isabella steps forward on her own, her chin tilted ever so slightly upward.
Isabella Castell, transfer student.
Castell. Weird. That sounds like a familiar last name. Is she going to be some, like, famous-ass, like, chef or the child of a famous chef? Well, not foreshadowing anything at all, is it? Her tone is precise, almost businesslike. She doesn't bow, doesn't fidget, just stares the two of them down like she's reading a dossier. Gordon Ramsay's illegitimate daughter. You caught it! There was a Gastrodon! Gastrodon is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Scoop so much.
Wow, formal.
A transfer, huh? Well, hey, that's perfect. Always room for more in the cooking club.
Isabella's lips twitch, but she doesn't smile. If anything, her eyes flick briefly to you as if to say, "This is it." Before you can say anything, Akemi steps back into the clubroom, her usual calm demeanor intact.
Oh?
Her eyes immediately land on Isabella, and she pauses, taking in the composed figure standing in front of you. Though she doesn't look surprised, there's a subtle shift in her posture, a measured wariness, like she's silently recalibrating the room. Isabella meets Akemi's gaze briefly, unreadable as always. No words are exchanged, but the tension is there, quiet, almost imperceptible.
I see. We have a new member student?
Oh, it's Riley Reid. She sure knows how to cook. Akemi keeps her tone even, but her eyes flicker towards you, silently asking if this is as serious as it looks. She tucks a strand of hair behind her ear, her movements deliberate and controlled.
Alright, I'll settle over here.
Akemi moves to her usual spot, keeping a respectful distance from Isabella while still keeping her eyes on the new student.
Ah, looks like someone's already meeting the newest member. Don't worry about her, Isabella. She's no threat. At least not yet. Don't look so stiff. We don't bite. Well, not unless it's into cake. Come on. She's really no harm. None of us are.
We really don't. You'll, probably fit right in.
I got hung up on the words stiff and bite in the same sentence, and I completely blanked on it. Isabella doesn't immediately respond, her expression as unreadable as ever. Still, her gaze lingers on Daisy's hesitant smile, then on Evelyn's teasing grin. But finally on Akemi, who hasn't looked away once.
We'll see.
The silence stretches, but only for a heartbeat. Then Evelyn starts chattering again. Daisy laughs nervously, and even Akemi adds a quiet remark of her own. Isabella's answers are clipped, reserved, but the edges start to soften as the minutes pass. And you find yourself watching it all unfold. The careful dance of new personalities meeting old, sparks of rivalry mixing with hints of something warmer. Vampire Cooking Club! One by one, the voices overlap and mingle. Laughter, questions, sharp quips, even the occasional awkward pause. Somehow it feels like the start of something bigger. You don't know exactly what's coming, but one thing is clear. The next few weeks are certainly going to be interesting. Ooh. Chapter 1. Stirring Beginnings. I think for today, that will be where we save and stop. But I hope everyone enjoyed it. I will definitely be back to this. I had a good time. I think Thursday, we will be jumping in with some Pokemon Radical Red. There was some interest in that. Mom, the harem's fighting! No, but I think we'll do Radical Red on Thursday, since there was enough interest to actually make it a battle between if we did this or that today. So I think that will be where we are. You can save and stop at the stop and save. Use code Zariel for 10% off W. Thank you, RM, for being more business-minded than I am. But with that, let's see. Do we have any other announcements? Yes! Yes! Monday. The Grimmy interview is happening, and I'm excited about it. I don't know what's going on with my eyes right now. But we have the Grimmy interview, and I'm very excited for that. We wanted to make sure everything was going to be perfectly awesome and that everyone was feeling good. So that is going to be on Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But between that, we have Radical Red Thursday, interview with Grimmy on Saturday, or on Monday. See, this is why I never tell you guys what's happening, because I can't even keep my shit straight. Saturday, we have some sort of fun game with the friends. You're either looking at doing some Helldivers or doing some Marvel Rivals for the first time on stream. I've only played it twice, so we'll see if I feel like embarrassing myself terribly on Saturday. If so, we might do that. If I only feel like embarrassing myself a little bit, we'll do some Helldivers. But we'll be doing something with the friends. Unless the friends can't show up, then I will have to pull something out of my ass real quick and figure out what I'm doing. But hopefully, we'll be doing some sort of group game. And that is sort of what I'm looking forward to. If you have questions for Grimmy on the interview, I would definitely go to Twitter and on the post announcing the interview, ask your questions there. RM already got in a lovely, appropriate question about the sensitivity of horns, so I would highly recommend that ask anything you want to know, but I do have a good list of questions. I've been doing my research and I'm very excited for it. But on that note, I think we're going to figure out somebody to raid into, and then we're gonna cut out. But I hope everyone had a good time. It feels really good to be back and being on my own. I love doing the interviews. I love doing the group stuff, but it is Ranch Pop-Tarts. Let's make it a thing. You know what? I'll throw Ranch Pop-Tarts in there too. But it is fun getting back into just doing my own thing and being able to go on dumb tangents. I know I go on tangents talking about random things while I'm doing the interviews, but that is not always as free as doing your own thing and just rocking out. So we're going to find somebody to raid into. Who are we going? Does anybody have any recommendations while I'm looking? Do we have anybody? Ooh, I know who we should go into. We're going to go into Corey. Alright, well everyone, I hope you have a good time. I had a fantastic time. We'll definitely be playing more of this. Hopefully, we can drag it out long enough that Chapter 2 comes out while we are playing it. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one, which will be Thursday playing Radical Red. Toodaloo, toodaloo.